Arizona State dropping their second game in a row. Welcome to Postgame here at the Rose Bowl. The Bruins beating the Sun Devils tonight. Brady, Vernon, Joran, Palacio here in Brady. The first parts of this game were very similar to what we saw last week, just minus all the bad weather conditions. What did you see?
A very unaspiring performance from ASU. It was kind of a mixture of what happened in the CU game and what happened in the Utah game. Penalty flags were flying on ASU. The ASU defense just could not get off the field. I mean, they didn't force a punt till the third quarter. And it's not like UCLA has a high-powered offense by any means. So it was very, very poor from the Sun Devils.
And we talk about how poor this game was for Arizona State. You mentioned the defense. I mean, UCLA running the ball down Arizona State's throat the entirety of the football game.
Yeah, I don't think they didn't even have over 200 passing yards, yet they had almost 400 yards in total. Kelly looked very dominant, just running over people. There was a lack of tackling. I think there was a play, it wasn't when Kelly scored, but it was one before where he had a 20-yard run to get into the red zone that I think Willie Hart tried tackling him. Just looked like he just stopped trying. And it was that kind of effort, just stuff like that. It built up tonight to the point that the final score doesn't show what this game was. They were down 32 coming into the fourth quarter, and everything after that was just points to put on the board.
Yeah, they ended up only losing by 10, 42-32, but like you mentioned, it definitely felt a lot more than that. Like you said, 42-10 was the score at one point. Now for Arizona State, they made it a little bit of a comeback. They made the game more respectable. Where do you go from here?
You have the bye week coming up, and you just kind of have to reset. This is 2 straight games now that you've been blown out, despite what the score says at the end of this one. But you have the bye week to kind of just rethink some things, and I think it needs to be a little more creative on offense. Like, the offensive line just isn't getting the push up for the run game. I mean, there was a 3rd and 1 and a 4th and 1 that they should have converted, but it just wasn't there. And you saw it on 2-point conversion later in the fourth quarter that they have plays like this that are creative instead of just handing it off to, or just trying to stuff it in with Jaden. And so that's the little things, like that 4th and 1, if they get it, maybe UCLA doesn't drive down the field on the other side.
Right.
But there's just something missing on both sides that it's just not clicking right now, and you saw it tonight.
Yeah, the Devils are headed into the bye week, and they definitely need it because they've dropped their last 2 in a row. Brady, Vernon, we appreciate you stepping in. Post-game here at the Rose Bowl, ASU loses 42-32 to UCLA.